Hello friends, and welcome as we go for a little short walk in part one at Stanford University. And you can see today's a beautiful day, sunny, and I'm just kind of going on a walk here and would like to share some useful and interesting information on Stanford University as we go on this walking tour together. I hope you enjoy it. Stanford University was founded in 1885 by Leland and Jane Stanford in memory of their only child, Leland Stanford Jr. And unfortunately, their son died of typhoid fever at age 15. However, they dedicated Stanford University to their child. So that was a very honorable thing that they did, and now it's a world-renowned institution. Here you could see some people on both sides voicing their opinion on what's happening in world affairs, and as a commentator, I just hope that there's peace throughout the whole world, both in the Middle East and also with the war happening in Europe. Here's a quad area you could see that have some colorful chairs and people just relaxing. One interesting fact is Stanford University is often referred to as the farm because the campus, interestingly enough, was originally Leland Stanford's horse farm. So you could hear a lot of Stanford alumni and students referring to Stanford as the farm. And Stanford is a very large campus. It's a very beautiful campus. And in terms of land and acres, it's one of the largest campuses in the United States, covering approximately 8,100 acres of land at Stanford University. And you could see some flags, again, on world affairs. And we wish everyone peace and safety throughout the world, in the Middle East and elsewhere where there's conflict. We hope that it'll be resolved. Stanford University is recognized and known all across the world. It has about 15,000 students each year from all 50 states in the United States, and interestingly from 90 different countries throughout the world. And as you could kind of view during our tour here and then in the other parts, you could see that the campus is renowned for its beautiful Romanesque and Mission Revival architecture. And you could see that exhibited in the main quad, which was designed by Frederick Law Olmsted. And, it's a very, very beautiful design and beautiful campus. Stanford also has many, many Nobel Laureates. Currently, I believe Stanford's home to 20 Nobel Laureates among its faculty and alumni, highlighting its strong emphasis on research and innovation. And you could see some bikes throughout campus and people walking. Here's kind of the dining area where people could get food and eat outside. A lot of bicycles with the students, transportation. And if you're ever on campus and want to grab a bite, they have some restaurants inside there. Yeah, and you could see people on skateboards as well that just passed by. Welcome to Planet Explorer channel, and welcome to this video We're walking on the campus of Stanford University, and I hope you get a chance to watch this video along with the other parts of this walking tour for Stanford University. It's a several-part series, and right now I'll do my best to try to provide some useful, interesting information for the different buildings and areas we walk past. And right now, you could see it's relatively a quiet day, even though there's some people on campus. It was a weekend. In front of us is the Braun Music Center, and that is the hub for Stanford's Department of Music. It houses classrooms, practice rooms for musicians, faculty offices, and performance spaces. The main performance space is also an auditorium there that's known for its excellent acoustics, intimate settings, and hosting numerous concerts and recitals throughout the year. They also have a music library that's located within the Braun Music Center that's a rich resource for students. And right now, you could see we're walking towards the Stanford bookstore. And in the distance, at the previous beginning of the video, you could see some vendors selling bread and honey and other items. So the bookstore is ahead of us. We're walking there right now. And the Stanford bookstore is not just a place to buy textbooks. It offers a wide range of merchandise, including Stanford apparel, electronics, and gifts. And it does also serve as a central hub for students, providing supplies and resources. They do also have a study area and cafe where students can relax and hang out. Here's the Stanford bookstore. And the bookstore frequently hosts events such as prominent author signings, book releases, and other special activities that engage the campus community. So we'll take a quick look inside to see what it looks like, and you can see there's full of books and other merchandise, gifts and souvenirs, clothes, a lot of cool stuff to get if you're visiting Stanford campus. And the bookstore at Stanford has been serving the Stanford community since its inception, even though it has evolved with times to meet the needs of students and faculty alike. And you could tell Stanford color is the prominent red and white, as you can see with the clothing items and different items you could purchase at the bookstore. On the top was a second level, where's the cafe, and students can study and grab coffee or a drink or something to eat. And as you can see, they also have seating tables outside. Again, frequently you'll see students biking towards different locations on campus or walking, and you'll see skateboards and scooters as well. You can see it's a very beautiful campus, a lot of trees, a lot of new construction. It's constantly expanding as it has a lot of land and different area for new development, new buildings. I would say that the weather you see right now is typical of California weather. It's always pleasant, and one of the big attractions to Stanford University, aside from its prestige and consistently ranking as a top 5 school or top school university in the United States and globally, is that it has beautiful weather all throughout the year. It really does. And it's always a comfortable temperature. It's great weather to enjoy outdoor activities, and it's also located close by to San Francisco, San Jose, which are major cities in California, Northern California. And right now we're just kind of walking to get a sense of what the campus looks like. There's some structures and art structures you'll see kind of coming up pretty soon. Some people taking photographs in the distance of the art sculptures. I guess one could classify this particular art as modern art. Here's a cool piece of art, sculpture. I'm not really sure what it means. Maybe you could help me out and comment in the comment section what the meaning of this sculpture is. It's cool looking, and the Hoover Tower is in the background. So this path we're walking towards is leading to Stanford Law School straight ahead. And Stanford Law School is very prestigious. It's consistently ranked among the top law schools in the United States. And it's a rigorous academic and has also influential faculty. So straight ahead is the Stanford Law School, and that was established in 1893. It has a long history of producing prominent legal scholars, practitioners, and leaders in various fields. Stanford Law School is renowned for its innovative programs, often collaborating with other Stanford departments like business and engineering, which are also top-ranked programs. So there's a lot of notable and distinguished alumni, influential figures in law, government, business, including Supreme Court justices, U.S. senators, and corporate business leaders that are graduates of Stanford Law School and Business School. Now you can see Hoover Tower, which you'll see throughout this video and different parts of the video when we tour on our walking tour at Stanford University. The Hoover Tower, as you can see, is Stanford's most iconic landmark. An interesting fact, it's standing at 285 feet tall, and it does offer panoramic views of the campus and surrounding areas. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to go to the top of the tower when I visited. Here's another sculpture. You can see some people sitting outside. And the Hoover Institution, the tower is home to the Hoover Institution on War, Revolution, and Peace. It's a public policy think tank that was founded by Herbert Hoover, who was the 31st president of the United States. And he was also a Stanford alumni as well, alumnus, I should say. Here are some other cool sculptures throughout campus. And just to give you some more background, the Hoover Institution Library and Archives contains extensive collection of documents and materials related to global, political, and economic history, making it an important resource for researchers there. That's one of the main iconic buildings of Stanford University. And the top of Hoover Tower does feature an observation deck that's open to the public that provides beautiful views. And it's a great spot if you're visiting to check out. If you haven't already done so, please support our channel, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. We'd love to get your input to make improvements on our next videos. And right now I'll let you kind of just enjoy the walk as we just kind of casually walk by and observe students and other people that are on campus. As throughout the campus you could see a lot of bicycles, people walking. I'm not too familiar with Stanford University campus because I'm not a alumni there. I just know that it's what everyone else knows, it's a very top-ranked, highly prestigious university in the United States and known throughout the world. You could probably notice that a lot of the Stanford students on campus are younger individuals, which makes sense. That's not to say you won't find older individuals that are graduates or doctoral students that are also a large part of Stanford University's community and programs. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you continue to watch the next part to this campus tour. Hello and welcome to everyone that's watching. I hope everyone's doing very well. And right now we're gonna take a little continuation of a walking tour on Stanford campus. And I'm gonna provide some background and interesting facts about Stanford. You could definitely see it's a large campus, it's active, and there's a lot of people, tourists visiting especially. Today was a weekend, so you can imagine how busier it is on a weekday. And Stanford University was founded in 1885 by Leland and Jane Stanford in memory of their only child, Leland Stanford Jr. And Leland Stanford Jr. passed away at a young age because of an illness, and hence their parents, Leland and Jane, wanted to dedicate the founding of Stanford University to their son, which is a remarkable thing that they did and a wonderful establishment that's well known throughout the world. Stanford University is located in Stanford, California, which is very near Palo Alto, California. In fact, a lot of people do say Stanford University is in Palo Alto, but actually it's in Stanford, California. And the whole campus itself is about 8,100 acres, making it one of the largest campuses in the United States. And just to put that in perspective, that comes out to roughly a city size of like 12 and a half square miles. So if you can imagine a square that has each side close to 12 and a half miles long, that's about how big of a city Stanford would be with all of its land that it has. Stanford, of course, is globally known for its strong emphasis on research, innovation, and consistently ranks among the top universities globally, oftentimes in the top 3 even, or higher. The mascot is the Stanford tree, which is unofficially the mascot of Stanford University and represents the Stanford brand. So if you get some souvenirs, you'll see a lot of the times there's the Stanford tree on there. Right now we're walking towards the main entrance to Stanford campus. And this is called Palm Drive. It's an iconic tree-lined road leading up to the oval grassy area in the front of the main squad. And I didn't capture it in this video here, but when you do visit Stanford, you'll drive an entranceway that's full of hundreds of palm trees makes it a very beautiful scenic drive. In terms of the architecture, it was designed by Frederick Law Olmsted, and that's the same individual architect who has actually designed the Central Park in New York City. And as we walk, you'll see that Stanford provides a grand and picturesque approach to the university's main quad and main entrance, giving visitors a breathtaking view of the campus. We didn't capture it in this video, but there's also entrance gates along the driveway, and that's welcoming students, faculty, visitors to campus. You can see today's a beautiful day here, no clouds, and temperature was very nice. So at the end of Palm Drive, the oval serves as a key focal point for the campus, often used for student gatherings and university events. And we're actually leading walking towards the main quad, which is beyond the oval, and the main quad is the heart of Stanford's academic life, surrounded by beautiful arches that you can see now and the distinctive architecture of the university's first buildings. Leland Stanford had a vision, and the university was created as a co-educational and non-denominational institution aiming to provide a liberal arts education to both men and women. So it was actually officially opened on October 1, 1891. There's a memorial church located in the main quad, which you could actually see in the video in part 2 of this walking tour, that we show the interior of the beautiful memorial church. And by the way, thank you for taking time to watch this video, and we would love to get your support if you could subscribe, like, comment, and even share this with your friends that are interested in this video. Throughout the video, you'll see later, well, right now we're looking at some of the statues, but later we'll see the Hoover Tower, which is a prominent landmark on the campus that offers panoramic views of the surrounding area and houses the Hoover Institution, Library, and Archives. So the sculptures and statues we just saw, those are called the Rodin Sculpture Garden, which features one of the largest collection of August Rodin's bronze sculptures. And right now we're looking at Memorial Church, and that's within the main quad, as I mentioned earlier. And those are those bronze statues. I would encourage you to, if you're interested in applying to Stanford or visiting, to take a tour. The official guide will do a great job kind of showing you around the campus and make you more familiar with the different buildings and details and information about Stanford University. So this is the campus walking tour part 2, and please check out part 1 that highlights the inside of this church that we're looking at right now, Memorial Church. It's a very beautiful designed church, especially the interior. It reminds me of some of the architecture in Europe and Italy, especially during the Renaissance, and it's very fine detailed and magnificent to look at. I hope you get a chance to watch that video too. Please do also comment on other locations you would like us to record within the Bay Area, California, and we'll do our best to try to go to those areas and provide a tour of that as well. Thanks again for taking time to join me here in part 2. This is a several parts walking tour. I hope you come back to watch the other parts. Thank you again for your time, and please subscribe, like, comment, and share to support our channel. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to the Planet Explorer channel, where our goal is to visit and highlight interesting places, starting with California and hopefully being able to expand to other places throughout the US and also the world. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. We would love your support if you could please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with your friends, family. Well, we're just continuing on our casual walk on Stanford University campus. And if you already haven't checked out the other parts, please check those out as well. This is a several parts series on a walking tour at the beautiful campus of Stanford University in Stanford, California. And I'll just give you some interesting facts and information that hopefully you will find useful about Stanford University if you're either a prospective applicant or interested in learning more about Stanford and its history as we go on this casual walk together. Well, let's begin. Stanford University was founded in 1885 by Leland and Jane Stanford in memory of their only child, Leland Stanford Jr. And the university officially opened October 1, 1891. As mentioned in some of the other videos on Stanford's campus is one of the largest in the world, covering 8,180 acres. And as we go through a walk on campus, you'll kind of hopefully get a feel of what it's like to be on campus. We did another video before on Stanford that covered the main quad's architectural design, which was influenced heavily by Romanesque and Mission Revival styles. Please check that out if you haven't already done so. Stanford University has 7 schools, which are the following: Humanities and Sciences, Engineering, Earth, Energy, and Environmental Sciences, Education, Law, Medicine, and the Business School. And it consistently ranks among the top universities worldwide. One thing that Stanford, among many, that it's recognized all throughout the world is that it's a hub for innovation and entrepreneurship that has significantly contributed to the development of Silicon Valley. And notable alumni include the founders of Google, Hewlett-Packard, Netflix, and many other successful companies that I will highlight later on our tour. Stanford is an institution that's heavily involved with research and development. It's home to the Stanford Linear Accelerator Center, which is a key national research facility. We didn't get a chance to record that, but that might be a good future destination to tour. And Stanford researchers have been involved in groundbreaking work, including the first synthesis of insulin and the invention of the first successful heart-lung machine. With respects to student life, you could see it's pretty active and busy, even though today when we visited was a weekend. You'll see there's a lot of people on campus. And Stanford has over 600 student organizations, including various cultural, academic, and recreational groups. There's also a big game, which is the game against UC Berkeley, and it's one of the oldest college rivalries. So definitely if you attend Stanford or if you're into the sports, football, you'll see there's a big rivalry against Cal, UC Berkeley, and Stanford Cardinals. In terms of some of its school, we're on our way towards currently approaching Stanford Business School. So I'll give you some background on the business school, which was founded in 1925. And Stanford GSB, as it's known, is one of the top business schools globally. It's known for innovative teaching methods and a focus on leadership development. And there was a large donation by one of its alumni, who you probably all might know, the co-founder of Nike, Phil Knight, earned his MBA, Master's in Business, from Stanford Graduate School of Business in 1962. And Phil Knight has actually written a very interesting book on his story about attending Stanford and how he co-founded Nike, which became a huge success. And he attributed a lot of his success to Stanford and mentioned that was a pivotal time during his life, when during a class that he conceived the idea of his future business, which was initially called Blue Ribbon Sports, which now has become known as Nike. Knight has been a significant benefactor to the university, donating substantial sums for the construction of the Knight Management Center, a state-of-the-art facility that houses Stanford Graduate School of Business. And you could see some of the buildings here in the business school that I'm currently showing you on campus. And there's a great natural beauty to Stanford's campus, and there's also a walking tour that's close by Stanford University that's very popular, that's called the Stanford Dish, and it offers hiking with scenic views of the campus and surrounding areas. So if you ever are attending as a student or visiting in the area, that might be a good place to also check out. Maybe we'll try to do a walking tour of there too. Stanford's faculty and alumni include numerous Nobel Laureates, Turing Award winners, and field medalists. So there's a lot of distinguished individuals. And aside from the founder of Nike, here are some other founders that are also Stanford alumni. Google founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin were PhD students in computer science at Stanford. HP Hewlett-Packard founders Bill Hewlett and David Packard were engineering students. As I mentioned, Phil Knight, the co-founder of Nike. Founders Jerry Yang and David Philo, founders of Yahoo. Cisco Systems founder, Sun Microsystems founder, founders of Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat, NVIDIA, which is very prominent as an AI company, Netflix, YouTube, which we're all enjoying the platform on. One of the co-founders was a computer science student at Stanford University, the founder of WhatsApp, VMware, PayPal, Palantir Technologies, and I could keep going and going, but that was just a quick overview of some of the individuals. So, some historical events. The university was damaged significantly in the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, which required extensive rebuilding. And during World War II, Stanford was one of the main training sites for the U.S. Army Specialized Training Program. As I mentioned earlier, Stanford also has a diverse student body with students from all 50 United States and over 90 countries globally. The university's commitment to financial aid ensures the students from all economic backgrounds can attend. Stanford's athletic teams are called the Cardinal, and they have won over 130 national championships. The university boasts one of the most successful athletic programs in the country, consistently ranking in the Directors' Cup standing. And I should have mentioned earlier, but when we were visiting the business school, we kind of showed one of the library systems, and Stanford's library system includes over 9.3 million volumes, making it one of the largest academic libraries in the world. The Green Library is the main library and includes special collections such as the Hoover Institution Library and Archives. Here you can see the Hoover Tower and the main entrance and people biking and walking on campus. Notable faculty members have included Nobel Laureates like the physicist Robert Laughlin and economist Kenneth Arrow. Stanford's faculty is known for its excellence in both teaching and research, contributing significantly to their fields. Stanford has numerous global initiatives, including partnerships with universities and institutions around the world to promote research, education, and cultural exchange. They also have the Bing Overseas Studies program, which allows students to study abroad in various locations such as Oxford, Beijing, and Cape Town. And as I mentioned earlier, Stanford University is in the center of Silicon Valley, which is a global hub of technology innovation and other tech companies. The Stanford Technology Ventures Program, also known as STVP, is dedicated to accelerating high technology entrepreneurship education and research. Stanford students and alumni are often involved in numerous startups, with the university offering resources like StartX Accelerator to support entrepreneurial ventures. And with all that said, I hope you get a chance to, if you're ever in Northern California Bay Area, to visit Stanford campus. Everyone is very friendly here and very obviously smart individuals that attend Stanford University. And usually, if you come on the weekends, it's probably easier to find parking towards the main entrance. And there's a lot to see on Stanford campus. I appreciate your time watching this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. And if you haven't already done so, please support us by liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing our channel, Planet Explorer. And we'll continue to put great videos for you to enjoy. Thank you, and hope you have a great day. Hello and welcome, friends, to our channel Planet Explorer, where we try to visit interesting places and share those with you on our YouTube channel, Planet Explorer. Thank you for joining us today. And right now we're at Stanford University and continuing on our walking tour. And this is just to kind of give you a general insight for those that might be interested in applying to Stanford to see what the campus looks like. It's a beautiful campus. Or if you're ever interested in learning more about Stanford University, and I'll try to provide some useful information that will hopefully you could learn something from it. And if you already haven't done so, please take a moment to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. And as you probably might have noticed, this is a several part series for a walking tour at Stanford University. And right now we're looking at the water fountain at Stanford University, which is right underneath the Hoover Tower that you can see kind of both in the picture. And some people are having an event there, and you could see the campus is quite busy on a weekend as well. The water fountain, I believe, is called the Redwood City Fountain. It's a very beautifully designed water feature that provides a tranquil spot for students and visitors. And you could see there are some people that were taking pictures alongside the water fountain. Stanford students participate in the tradition of fountain hopping, where they jump into various fountains around campus, especially during the warmer months. And I've actually seen some people in the fountain before, so that is something that's you might actually run into if you're visiting campus on a warm day. And as I mentioned in some of the other videos, Stanford University was founded in 1885 by Leland and Jane Stanford in memory of their only child, Leland Stanford Jr., who died of typhoid fever at the age of 15. You could see some bikers going along right now and people walking. And the Stanford University's motto is, I won't be able to pronounce it in Latin, but the English translation is "The wind of freedom blows." Kind of a cool motto they have. And throughout the several part series, if you get a chance to watch them, you'll see that I've mentioned that Stanford campus spans 8,100 acres, which makes it one of the largest campuses in the United States, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's in the world. It's a very large and beautiful campus that's very well maintained. In terms of the student body, there are about approximately 7,000 undergraduates and 9,000 graduates enrolled at Stanford University. Of course, Stanford is a very distinguished and prestigious university, often consistently highly ranked in many of its programs, and it also has notable alumni, including, for example, the former U.S. President Herbert Hoover, Nobel Laureates, and founders of major technology companies and startups, including Google, Hewlett-Packard, and Nike, and many, many others throughout the world, and particularly in Silicon Valley, which is a hub of tech innovation. And in terms of its academic programs, Stanford is well known for its business program, law, engineering, and medical schools. The university has over 5,500 externally sponsored research projects with a total budget of $1.63 billion annually. So they have obviously a large budget for research each year that they spend on. The mascot is the Stanford tree, which represents El Palo Alto, the unofficial mascot. And the official symbol is the Stanford Cardinal. And this is, we're walking along kind of back towards where we started in part one. And in part one, you could see the main squad, which is a historic heart of the university featuring Romanesque and Mission Revival architecture styles. And previously, we were looking at the water fountains in Hoover Tower, which is an iconic structure that stands 285 feet tall and offers panoramic views of the campus and surrounding areas. In one of the other parts of the video, you will be able to view the interiors of the Memorial Church, which is a very beautifully designed church built in 1903. And it's a prominent feature in the main quad, which is where we're heading kind of towards back. And it's renowned for its beautiful mosaics and stained glass windows. Stanford also has a large stadium for its athletic programs, one of which is for the Stanford Cardinal football team that has a seating capacity of over 50,000 people. And you could see the lawns are very well maintained, the beautiful architecture, statues above the entrance, and a lot of nice and pleasant architecture to appreciate while on campus. Wanted to give you a quick background very quickly on Palo Alto, which is where Stanford is, technically in Stanford, California, but Palo Alto is very close by. And Palo Alto was established by Leland Stanford as a temperance town and played a significant role in the development of Silicon Valley. The drive towards Stanford University, you'll be driving off of University Avenue coming from the 101. And this is a bustling street which leads directly to the Stanford campus and is lined with a variety of wonderful shops, restaurants, cafes, making it a very popular spot for students and visitors that they often walk or bike or take an Uber from campus towards the University Avenue, where there's a lot of activities and wonderful cafes. In terms of Palo Alto, it is known as the birthplace of Silicon Valley, with many tech startups and established companies headquartered there. So when you think of Silicon Valley, you think of Stanford University and also Palo Alto, and of course the Bay Area and Northern California, even San Francisco expanding all the way down towards San Jose, Santa Clara. One nice thing about Palo Alto is that it's very biker friendly, so you can see a lot of people biking here, like this individual. Well, I appreciate you taking time to join us. Hopefully you've learned something. Again, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. We'd love to have your support. Thank you so much. Stay blessed and have a wonderful day. Hello and welcome to our channel, Planet Explorer. Thank you for visiting us, and we hope you enjoy this video. Right now, we're entering Stanford University's campus. You could see the beautiful gates on both sides, lined with palm trees, and the entrance for parking. Please check out some of our other videos on the Stanford campus tour we have on our channel. Right now, we're going to be focusing on the Leland Stanford Jr. Museum that you could see right here in front of you, and we'll take a little tour inside of the museum. As usual, I'll do my best to try to provide some helpful background information so you could learn, and hopefully have a chance to visit the museum yourself in person if you're in Palo Alto, California at Stanford University. The museum, it has beautiful artifacts and historic items, and it's actually free for everyone to attend, so you do not need to pay any entrance fees. The museum was founded in 1891 by Jane and Leland Stanford in memory of their only child, Leland Stanford Jr., who died of typhoid fever at the age of 15. The Stanfords envisioned the museum as part of Stanford University, which they also founded in his memory. The museum was intended to provide educational opportunities for students and public, fostering an appreciation for the arts and sciences. The collection itself, as you could see here in the video, includes a diverse array of artifacts, including ancient Greek and Roman art, Native American artifacts, Asian art. The Stanfords acquired many of these pieces during their travels around the world. The museum's architecture is a notable example of the Richardsonian Romanesque style, characterized by its robust and grandiose stone construction, arched windows, and detailed carvings. The museum hosts a wide variety of exhibitions ranging from ancient to contemporary art. Notable pieces include work by Auguste Rodin, with one of the largest collections of Rodin sculptures outside of Paris. The Cantor Arts Center offers numerous educational programs, including lectures, workshops, and family activities aimed at engaging a diverse audience. The museum is also a center for conservation and research, with efforts focused on preserving and studying its extensive collection. You could see some of the beautiful items, historic items, on display, and there's often information right next to it that you could read and learn more about its importance and history. In terms of public engagement, the museum places a strong emphasis on public engagement with free admission and a variety of community outreach programs designed to make art accessible to all. Some of the key highlights in the collection include works by artists such as Jackson Pollock, Georgia O'Keeffe, and Edward Hopper, as well as significant pieces from non-Western cultures. You could see the beautiful sculptures and items, and the entrance is very grand and impressive with wonderful Italian marbles and a beautiful sculpture of a horse designed by just wood. Here's a railroad, and this is significant because one of the sources of the Stanfords' significant fortune was from railroads when that was a big industry. Today, the Cantor Arts Center continues to grow and evolve, hosting over 30 special exhibitions annually and serving as a vibrant cultural hub for the Stanford University community and beyond. Visitors can enjoy a mix of permanent collections along with beautiful outdoor sculpture garden and a cafe. We hope you enjoyed, and please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.